All right, let's check the markets with Scott Crothers and Steve Nichols. Good morning, Scott Crothers.
McGraw.
All right, good. How did we finish up all the way back on Friday? We were down a little bit, weren't we?
We were down a little. The Dow lost 66 points and closed at 20,663. Personal income jumped 0.4%, and the personal spending increased 0.1%. Both numbers were in line with expectations. For the quarter, the Dow was up 4.6%, led by technology shares. This quarter, the average daily move of the market was 0.318%, making this quarter the quietest quarter since 1965.
That's interesting. All right. What are we hearing from Apple?
Apple had its best quarter in 5 years and led the Dow higher in the first quarter. It was up 24% in the first quarter and hit several new highs. Apple added $145 billion to its market cap this quarter. Investors are attracted to Apple's nice dividend and good growth possibilities. Apple will have the 10th anniversary of its iPhone this September. So good news out of Apple.
All right. Now, this next story, you need to school me a little bit. Chinese firms have issued billions of dollars worth of bonds in U.S. dollars. What does that mean?
Right. Chinese firms have issued $52.6 billion worth of bonds, denominated in U.S. dollars. This is up 72% from last quarter and 5 times higher than a year ago. The firms are raising money to buy other firms and to finance their older debt. It's interesting because the Chinese government is trying to walk away from the U.S. dollars, but their firms are flocking to them. So, because I guess if you look at it, Chinese firms can issue bonds in their own dollars, they can issue them in U.S. dollars, and they've been issuing them in U.S. dollars.
I mean, what does that mean? That these Chinese businesses have more faith in the American economy than the Chinese economy?
Or maybe they just have a better market for bonds issued in U.S. dollars than they do for bonds issued in Chinese.
So that's a pretty interesting turn of events, right? I mean, that's pretty amazing, isn't it?
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
It's worth noting. So
yeah, worth noting, which is why you noted it. All right, good. Finally, Starbucks. What are we hearing from them?
Starbucks' new CEO takes over today. Kevin Johnson, a 56-year-old former Microsoft executive, plans to grow the chain's sales. He plans to focus on the Midwest and suburbs. Starbucks is adding fresher foods and quicker service, especially on mobile orders. Starbucks plans to open 12,000 stores in the next 5 years. That's a lot more Starbucks.
The old CEO's name, forgive me, what's the old CEO's name?
The old CEO of Starbucks?
Yeah.
I don't even have it right here.
Name escapes me. You have not heard the last of him. Why is his name? His name escapes me. You've not heard the last of him. He's going to be around. You'll hear. Mark my words. If I could remember the guy's name, I'd tell you his name. But trust me, it's gonna be on the tip of your tongue here. Howard Schultz. Thank you, Josh. Howard Schultz. Thank you. Howard Schultz is not going away. Might be going away from Starbucks, but he's not going away. Howard Schultz. All right. How do the markets look today, Scott Crothers?
Today the Dow looks up 10 points. It will be a very busy week with earnings and economic numbers. Today we get the ISM Manufacturing Index and vehicle sales. So see how those numbers come out.
All right. Have a good day, Scott. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Hey, sounds great.
6:43 here, Big 550 KTRS. This weekend, Fertilome was in full force. Any independent lawn and garden dealer saw a rush to get the fertilizer down, right? Because it's officially spring. Weather's turning nice, and here come